Good morning, students. We have studied about the organization of data. What is organization of data? Classification. What is classification? And the objective of classification and characteristics of classification. Now we will study that on what basis we can classify the data. Whenever we need to classify the data, we need to look for some common factors in the data. What should be those common factors, or on what basis we can classify the data? So we can make a flow chart, and by that flow chart we can understand that the division of data or the classification of data can be done on the basis of geography. That is called geographical classification. Geographical, it means on the basis of geography. It means on the basis of place. It means the data is from Haryana or MP or Maharashtra, or from North India or from South India, or from Asia, Europe, North America, from which area, from which place, from which geographical unit it belongs to. We need to look for that. That is called the geographical classification, on the basis of geography, on the basis of place, on the basis of region, on the basis of area. That is called the geographical division. That how many people are literate in Haryana and how many illiterate. Same in MP, how many literate, how many illiterate. In Maharashtra, how many literate, how many illiterate. That is the way in which we divide the data. Then the second division, that is chronological division, on the basis of chronology. Chronology, it means in the order in which the events happen. It means on the basis of year. So chronological division or classification is done on the basis of year. Just like 2016, 2017, 18, 19, the figure of 16, the figure of 17, figure of 18, figure of 19, in the way it is divided. So the chronological classification on the basis of year. Then the third classification is qualitative classification. The classification on the basis of quality. Quality, it means some special characteristic, that is like occupation. So data related to occupation, data related to religion, related to education, related to level of intelligence, or other qualities that we see when we see the data, that how the data, for what reason the data is collected. So when we divide the data on the basis of quality, that is called the qualitative division. Qualitative division can be classified further in two categories. First, that is simple classification. Simple classification means the classification on a very simple classification. It means the classification in the way that present a dichotomy. Dichotomy, it means completely opposite, just like male and female. It means when one's characteristic is completely absent in another, just like male and female. If you have divided the data into male and female, or you divided data into healthy and unhealthy, if you are a male, you cannot be a female. If you are healthy, you cannot call yourself unhealthy. In the same way, if you are a female, you cannot call yourself male. If you are unhealthy, you cannot say that I am healthy. So this presents the dichotomy, and when we have one step division which presents the dichotomy, then we can call it a simple division or simple classification. Then the second one is manifold classification. The classification which has many fold, it means which is done for more than once, on one step, 1, 2 steps, 3 steps, 4 steps, the division is done. Just like if you have data about labor, now you can classify laborers into two, skilled and unskilled. Now they present dichotomy. If you are skilled, you cannot call yourself unskilled. If you are unskilled, you cannot call yourself skilled. Okay, so in this condition, it is a simple classification in two parts that presents a dichotomy. So this is the simple classification in one step. Now when you go for more than one step, that become manifold, because there are many folds in that. So how it comes, just like in skilled labor, you can divide in literate and illiterate. To unskilled also, you can divide into literate and illiterate. As you move further, you can divide literate into rural and urban. To illiterate also rural and urban. The unskilled literate also rural and urban, and unskilled illiterate also rural and urban. So you can do like that. Now if you want, you can divide further, just like employed, unemployed. Here also employed, unemployed, employed, unemployed. You can divide all in that. So what we see here, that it is divided 1, 2, 3, then 4, maybe then 5, male, female, male, female, male, female. So that can be done. So when you are dividing it for more than once, then it is called manifold. When you are dividing it once and once in the parts that presents dichotomy, then it is called simple classification. So this is the simple classification and manifold classification. Then we move forward with the next and the last type of classification, that is qualitative classification. Quantitative classification, it means the classification on the basis of quantity, on the basis of numbers. More than 1,000, more than 1 lakh, more than 10 lakh, if you are talking about the income and expenditure. So this is the way to classify this. So we have 4 ways to classify the data, 4 bases to classify the data. What are these bases? Geographical, chronological, qualitative and quantitative. Geographical, on the basis of geography, it means on the basis of place, area, region. Chronological, on the basis of year, like 2015, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, whatever the year contains. Then qualitative, on the basis of any special characteristic. That can be further divided into simple and manifold. Simple, it means the one step division when it presents a dichotomy, and the manifold, it means the division in manifold 2, 3, 4 or more. Then quantitative, it means on the basis of quantity, on the basis of number, the division is done. So These are the four bases of classification on which we divide the data, we can classify the data, and we can study the data further. Now when we study the data further, we need to study the variables. We examine the variables. What are the variables? A characteristic or a phenomena which is capable of being measured and changes its value over time. Here are two important aspects that we need to understand. First, capable of being measured. It means someone can measure that. It has a capability or that someone or the denominator can measure that. It is not in the way that they cannot be measured. It can be measured and changes its value over time. And what it does? It changes its value with time. So there are two characteristics of variable that makes its definition very clear, that it is capable of being measured. It means someone can measure it. And the second one is that it changes its value over time. It means value of it is regularly changing. So in that way, there are two types of variables: discrete variables and continuous variables. Discrete variables, the variables which jumps from one whole number to another whole number. Just like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It jumping from 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4, 4 to 5, 5 to 6. This is called the discrete variable, where one variable has no relation with other. 1 and 2 are completely separate, 2 and 3 are completely separate, 3, 4 completely separate. So they remain completely separate, and it jumps from one whole number to another whole number. That is called the discrete variable. Then the continuous variable, it moves continuously. Just like the list of variable starts as 1, 1.5, 1 is to 1, 1.5, 2, 2.5, 3, 3.5, 4, 4.5, or 1 is to 1 by 4, 1 is to 1 by 2, 1 is to 2 by 3 by 4, 1 is to then 4 by 4 means 2. So in that way it goes. When it goes like this, then it is called the continuous series. Why? Because the data moves continuously. There is no gap between the data. There is no gap between the data. Just like if we create a data here, we make a series 1 is to 1 by 4, 1 is to 1 by 2, 1 is to 3 by 4, then 2. Now 1 is to 1 by 4 is neither 1 nor 2. It comes in between. Just like if we make a series like 1, 1.5, 2, 2.5, 3, 3.5. Now 1, 2, and we have one more variable that comes in neither in 1 nor in 2, that is 1.5. It is between 1 and 2. So when we have the series in this manner, that is called the continuous variable, because the variables are not completing, they are related to each other. Just like 1.5 is half 1 and half 2, 2.5 is half 2 and half 3. So this is called the continuous variables, because the variables are not separate from each other, they are related to each other, they are very much close to each other. So if we look it once again, the variables, what are the variables? Variables are the characteristics or a phenomena which is capable of being measured and changes its value over time. The two important characteristics, capable of being measured and changes its value over time. It means someone can measure it and its value is changing over time. The two types, discrete and continuous. Discrete, when they move from one whole number to another whole number, that is called the discrete variable. And when they move, they do not move from one whole number to another. It means they move in partial, or they move in one to another. They continuously move. They move in fraction. That is called the continuous series. Just like 5 feet 1 inch, 5 feet. We have started from 5 feet, 5 feet, 5 feet 1 inch, 5 feet 2 inch, 5 feet 3 inch, 5 feet 4 inch, 5 feet 5 inch. That in that way, these are these moves, because these figures neither comes in 5 nor comes in 6. So this type of series is called continuous variables. This type of variables are called continuous variables. Now the most important thing that we study in statics, that is the data. Data, when it is collected first, it is called raw data. Just like when we get oil from earth, that is called crude oil. What we do after getting crude oil? We take it to refinery, and in refinery it is graded in petrol, diesel and many other petroleum products. In the same way, the data which we get primarily from the universe, that is called the raw data. And what we do, we classify the raw data and we analyze it, and then we study the data. How the raw data is collected? It's collected in the way just like players of cricket team of your school scored in last 5 innings, 10, 15, 20, 21, 25, 24, 0, 3, 4, 2, 8, 6, 3, 9, 5, 15, 14, 18, 16, 20, 30, 5, 8, 6, 1, 2, 3. This is how the raw data is collected. You cannot draw any conclusion from this. So the characteristic of raw data is that it cannot be studied. We cannot draw any conclusion from the data. If we want to study the data, we need to classify it and then we study it. So what we need to do? First we need to organize the raw data and then we move further for the other steps. So this is the raw data which cannot be studied for statistical analyzation, and it is just collected as the information is given from the universe. So this was about today's study. We have studied about the basis of classification, the variables and the raw data. Next time when we meet, we study about statistical series. Statistical series are the first step to understand statics. So be prepared with that. You should go through once to your book, study once, and then you should attend the video so that you can understand it easily. So be prepared with statistical series. Thank you.